Are you ready to redefine what it means to thrive at any age? Welcome to Age is Just a Number with BJ and Ruth. In your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, you deserve to live your best life. Say goodbye to preconceived notions and let's shatter those stereotypes together. Get ready to own your vitality because age, well, that's just a number.
Hey everybody, it's BJ.
It's Ruth. I'm Ruth.
And thank you for joining us today on our first episode on our YouTube channel. We're here talking about health and fitness and not looking old when you get old.
And not feeling old when you're doing health and fitness.
Yeah. So, this channel really evolved out of, we'll give you a little bit of background of how we got here. This evolved out of some conversations that we've had with each other and with other people that have had with us. So to give you an idea of why we're doing this, I am a natural professional bodybuilder with UFE. I am 53, I'm about to be 54. I'm 53 years at the time of this airing. I am 53 years old.
Oh, we're going to call numbers, are we?
Yeah. So, and Ruth.
I am a natural professional bodybuilder as well with the UFE as well. And I am 54.
So Ruth is older than
older.
me.
Not by much, but I'm still older.
And to also, so Ruth is missing out on something here. She's, and the reason I connected with the UFE was through Ruth, because in 2019, right? In 2019, Ruth became the women's world champion in the UFE. Women's physique world champion.
Yeah.
So the thing we want to talk about, and we're going to talk about different things as we evolve and grow in the channel, but we want to talk about how these things are all achievable and attainable. And here's the thing, you may never compete, and that's fine. I think, Ruth, you told me one time, is it like the 5% actually ever get to competing?
Yes.
And 2% actually ever get to winning?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you may never do that, and that may not be what you're after. But what we are here to tell you is that there are some realistic health expectations that you can have and some goals that you can set, and that, somebody said to me, I'm over 50 or I'm 50, so it's a lot tougher for me to add muscle. And, I had a chuckle with him, and I said, well, I'm 53.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, so much for that. But see, he didn't know that there's an option or that's even possible. So we want to inspire, we want to inform you, we want to give you tools and help you in the process. We're going to bring in some different people over time to interview that are going to have some good feedback for us and some good information for us. But maybe just real simple to give everybody an overview of how we got here. Maybe tell the people your background is, were you always super fit and healthy and buff, and you just decided one day I'm going to go and compete in the big German accent?
No. I have two sons, and they're 29 or 30 and 27. And I actually was always active because, I was a young mom and chasing after my sons. But I think like most moms, it was my family came first. And so I put myself last and made it all about them. And then when I turned 40, my youngest kind of became an empty nester, and I kind of went, no, it's my time. And so I walked into the gym and I picked up my very first dumbbell, and I loved it, and I just loved where it took me. And so I started really embracing fitness at the age of 40 and learned all about diet and learned all about how to become my healthiest. And so at 54,
you can't gain muscle after 40, isn't that what
yeah,
they
well,
say?
I was told that. I was told that, number one, you can't gain muscle after 40, and number two, you can't do it naturally. And I guess that fire in me, I kind of said, well, watch me on both counts. And so I trained for 3 years, and then those first 3 years, and I started to become more fit and learn a lot more. And so that's when I did my first competition.
Okay.
And for me, it was just, at 54, I'm in the best shape of my life. So when a lot of my friends talk about, you know, as I get older and my body's breaking down and I've got health issues, well, I'm actually doing the opposite. And so I don't have any health issues, or I have my aches and pains like everybody does, but fitness for me is improves the quality of my life. So
very
as
good.
I'm aging, I'm feeling like I'm just getting better.
Right. And when you, so when you won the world championship in 2019, how old were you then?
I was 50.
50.
I was 50 years
so
old.
50 years old.
And I was standing on stage competing with, we were an open age category, so
Yeah.
some of those girls were half my age.
Sure.
And age is just a number. And so it's just the idea that you can do whatever you want. And for me,
Sure.
I love fitness because,
Yeah.
like I said, I can do a lot.
Yeah. So now that's obviously there's a lot more to that, and we're going to talk about those kind of things in the episodes going forward. But let me just put it in perspective also from my perspective. So I started working out, I don't know, I was probably 16, 17, started training with a buddy when I was in high school, and just after high school, you know, it was one of those things I can still remember watching Pumping Iron.
You were one of those crazy teens in
Yeah,
the
we
gym.
were bananas, right? And so I still remember Arnold's Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding as well. We all cut our
Yeah.
teeth on back in the day. And so, you know, I was always doing something. And well, I think one of the things to preface everything we're talking about also is, you know, I've never done steroids. If somebody has, that's fine. That's your decision that you make. But what we're talking about in terms of our health and health goals and how we got here and what we're doing, we're essentially clean. So we're not taking gear, right?
I've never done them
So,
either.
so we've done this without artificial help. How's that?
Yep.
So here's the thing that happened for me is over the years, I kept training, sort of. I was almost going to compete once and it happened to get into an accident, so I wasn't able to compete. And so, you know, you have life, you have career, you have family, you have all these things. You still work out once in a while. And I happened to see somebody sent me a picture. It was actually a past client of mine. We do real estate as well. A past client of mine sent me a picture of me giving him the key and us holding it up in front of the property. And I was like, who is that guy? Right? And he sent back, he's like, wow, that's quite the difference. I'm like, yes, it's quite the difference indeed. But what happened was I just got so, you know, going on with life and these other things that, you know, I was still putting time in the gym. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm probably not in as horrendous a shape as I could be, so on and so on and so on. And so, you know, I happened to be, I don't even remember where I was, but I heard the old Bruce Springsteen song, Glory Days.
Right.
And
yes.
I
yeah.
just, you know, and I came to the point where I said, I'm not going to be that guy that is like, oh yeah, I almost competed once. Oh yeah, I was in really good shape once. Oh yeah, I used to work out all the time. Oh yeah, well, I still have a six pack. It's just under a keg, right? So
Right.
it's that I just made a decision. I'm not going to be that guy. And I made that decision. I was, what am I? I'm 53, so 52, 51. So I was 51
Yeah.
when I made that decision. So, and at 53, I've earned my professional status in natural bodybuilding. So you know what it really took, and we're going to talk about this a lot too, is it really took having a destination, right? If you don't have a destination, anywhere will do.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing you can be assured of. At the end of this year, you're going to be a year older. Whether you're physically in better shape than you are right now at the end of this year is completely based on the choices that you make and the decisions and the things that you do.
And the effort. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the time that
And
you
the
put
time,
in
the consistency,
and all,
yeah.
right. So I had to make that decision, and for me, I finally made that decision, like I said, when I was 51.
Yeah.
51, and said, no, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm gonna pursue. Who said that when you get a certain age, you know, it's harder this and harder that, and you shouldn't be able to do these things. And so that's really how we kind of both slightly different angle, but that's where we came from, to show you that you can live your best life right now. I'm in the best physical shape I've ever been in my life, even compared to when I was the crazy bodybuilder at the gym in my, late
Yeah.
teens and 20s.
Yeah.
I look better now in the gym than I did then. I may not lift heavier. I'm a lot smarter now in the gym than I was then.
With age comes wisdom.
Right,
Yeah.
hopefully, right? But,
Yeah.
we talk about this, that even at this age, sometimes I have to tell myself at the gym, step away from the weight. You don't need to do
You don't need
this
to do it. You
much.
don't need to get hurt.
Right. So there's some wisdom that comes.
Yeah.
And, I tell my daughter, the school of hard knocks is a very unforgiving teacher. And
No, it really is.
Right.
And I think, I come from the perspective now that I respect my body. And so if I push it, but I don't go crazy because,
Sure.
I know what it can handle and what it can do. And I'm looking to improve the quality of my life.
yeah, 100%.
So
And so that good quality is not spent in bed,
No.
covered in
When you can't move.
right? Or covered in A535 or
Yeah.
BioFreeze or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about we have a great kind of lineup ahead, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. If you're watching this and you haven't, please take a minute and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions for us, certainly put them in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer those questions. And again, like I said, we are going to come at this from a whole different part of. There's the training part, but we're going to talk about the mental aspects. We're going to talk at some point about
Nutrition,
diet,
yeah.
work-life balance,
Lifestyle,
all
yeah.
those things go together. There's no. We're not giving you something that if you do this tonight, you're going to wake up tomorrow and look like Mr. Olympia.
No, I think it's more like two 50-something-year-olds who, if we can inspire and share our stories and help inspire you from a female perspective and a male perspective.
Right. So thank you all for joining us. Again, if you haven't, please take a minute, subscribe to the channel, and let your friends know that we're going to be out here. We're going to have some good information for everybody and some fun stuff too. Maybe one day we'll go to the gym. You never know. But and if you have ideas for us, certainly send them our way. And I think, it's not ready obviously yet, but I have an outline, a guide that we're putting together about how you can really capitalize on your health goals and really achieve them, and give you some tools to make it as easy as possible for you. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.